Welcome to the class, dear students. Okay, in the previous class we are discussing about the lesson Babar Ali. So today just we are in the end of the lesson. Before we move towards the next paragraph, just we'll see what we have learnt in the last class. Okay, here what the writer Prof.Swati.D.G Sharma, she describes about the experience of Babar Ali. Here Babar Ali, he talks about he met some pure, good and kind souls in his life, and who the common, maybe they are the common people, but they indirectly helped him a lot for the development of institution, his school and all, his very own school, that the Ananda Shiksha Niketan and all. So he describes about some such pure and kind souls. The first one is first among them is called Tulu Rani Hazra. Her name, lady Tulu Rani Hazra, and she's basically she's a fishmonger. And not only a fishmonger, just the writer, the Babar Ali, he says that, Tulu Rani Hazra, she's a widow and she's a fishmonger. But at the afternoon time, she's a crusading educationalist in the afternoon. And he says that she's a crusading educationalist, an illiterate educationalist in the afternoon. Her basically she's a fishmonger, we know that. But her work is not only a fish selling. He says that her another work is to confronting or convincing the erring parents who have stopped sending their children to the school. And she recruited such 80 students till now. Tulu Rani Hazra, she recruited 80 such students till now. So this is the first person who met a good and kind soul, and he met. And the another one is Devarita Bhattacharya, and another good soul. He says that Devarita Bhattacharya. He is a student of Babar Ali's own school, Ananda Shiksha Niketan, where he studied, and later he goes to the college in Behrampur. Also, he voluntarily worked as a teacher for the school of this Babar Ali, who is indirectly helping the students of his own school called Ananda Shiksha Niketan. So he is the second person or a second good soul he met in his life. Okay, not only this, later according to the Babar's words, Babar Ali, he says that the narrow age gap, just he is taking an advantage of a narrow age gap between the teachers and the students, and they are making friends with them, and this helped him a lot to for the overall development of his institution or overall development of his school called Ananda Shiksha Niketan. So next here the writer Prof.Swati.D.G Sharma, she talks about the Babar Ali. His Babar Ali, he not only helped or he not only enlightened hundreds of students, but also he inspired millions of youths like us. She says that he is not only enlightened the hundreds of students, but also he inspired millions of youths in the society. So this is what we have learned in the last class. So she describes like this, that he has not only helped out hundreds of children to get enlightened, he has also inspired millions of youths like us. So Babar Ali's tale is a testament to the difference that one person can make in his or her world. So in this case, it was a mere child who decided to do something about situation he felt was unfair. He says that Babar Ali's tale is a testament for the difference that one person can make in his or her world. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜೀವನ ಏನಿದೆ ಕಥೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಟೆಸ್ಟಾಮೆಂಟ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮೈಲಿಗಲ್ಲಾಗಿದೆ. And to the difference that one person can make in his or her world. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಕೂಡ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ತರಬಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಉತ್ತಮ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. In this case, it was me, a child, who decided to do something about a situation he felt was unfair. So ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರು ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಕಷ್ಟವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಎದುರಿಸಿದ್ರು ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. So as the same way, in this case, it was a mere child who decided to do something about the situation he felt was unfair. So in the next paragraph, his story also bears the evidence to the fact that if you have a will, then there is surely a way. So and Babar Ali's story is a fine example for the proverb that where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. There is a way. There is a will, there is a way. So Babar Ali's life story is a fine example for the proverb. He proved the proverb that where there is a will, there is a way. His story also bears evidence to the fact that if you have the will, then there surely a way. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟರ್ ಹೇಳೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹಿಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಜೀವನಾತ್ಮಕತೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಿಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ ವೇ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂತ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಅಥವಾ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. His story also bears evidence to the fact that if you have will, there is surely a way. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಇವರ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಜೀವನ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂತಹ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾದಂತಹ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. And that a 9-year-old can alone change the world should be enough inspiration for all of us to come out of our closed cocoons and help make a difference. So like ಕೇವಲ 9 ವರ್ಷದವನಿದ್ದಾಗ, so at the age of 9 years only he started his very own school called Ananda Shiksha Niketan. So that's why she is saying like this, that a 9-year-old can alone change the world should be enough inspiration for all of us to come out of our closed cocoons and help make a difference. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇವಲ 9 ವರ್ಷದ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಾಲಕ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ತರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ and it should be enough inspiration for all of us to come out our closed cocoons and help make a difference. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸದಾದಂತ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಿದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವರು ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಜೀವನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ 9-year-old can alone change the world and should be enough inspiration for all of us to come out of the closed cocoons and help make a difference. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹೊಸದಾದಂತಹ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ತರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರ ಜೀವನ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಜೀವನ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. So isn't it high time that we have that we be the change that we want to see in the world? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ರೈಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಏನು ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಇದೇ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ isn't it high time that we the change that we want to see in this world? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. What she says, she wants to see some positive changes, especially in the society, in the youths and all. ಸೊ ಅವರ ಏನು ಬರಹಗಾರರ ಒಂದು ಬರವಣಿಗೆಯಂತೆ ಸೊ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಯೂತ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಧನಾತ್ಮಕವಾದಂತಹ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ isn't it high time that we be the change that we want to see in the world? ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲವೇ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. And today a Babar Ali, maybe tomorrow it could be someone from among us. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ನಾವು ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನ ಅವರ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಟ್ ಟುಡೇ a Babar Ali, maybe tomorrow it could be someone from among us. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನ ಸಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. And maybe tomorrow it could be someone from among us. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಾಧಕರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗಮನಿಸಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Today a Babar Ali, maybe tomorrow it could be someone from among us. So, and it is not very often that we come across someone like Babar Ali. And coming from a small village in a Murshidabad, he should be commended just for the audacity of hoping. And it is this hope and the faith that he has upon himself that he has helped him come all this way. So, and it is not very often that we come across someone like Babar Ali. And coming from a small village, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾದಂತಹ ಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮುರ್ಷಿದಾಬಾದ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪಶ್ಚಿಮ ಬಂಗಾಳದ ಮುರ್ಷಿದಾಬಾದ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಂತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದಂತ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಾಲಕ ಅವನು. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಮುರ್ಷಿದಾಬಾದ್, ಹಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಒಡಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಹೋಪಿಂಗ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತನ್ನ ದಿಟ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ತನ್ನ ದಿಟ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ಭರವಸೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಸೊ ಅದರ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿ ಅವನು ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಛಲವನ್ನ ಅವನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಒಡಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಹೋಪಿಂಗ್, ಅವರ ಈ ಒಂದು ದಿಟ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಶಂಸೆಯನ್ನ ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So, just he was coming from a small village in Murshidabad, he should be commended just for the audacity of hoping. ಅವರ ಭರವಸೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಭರವಸೆ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ತರುವಂತಹ ಅವರ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಿರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ದಿಟ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳು, ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ಭರವಸೆಗಳು, ಅವರ ಕೆಲಸದ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಭರವಸೆಗಳು ಇಟ್ ಕಮೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಶಂಸೆಯನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸುವಂತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. And it is this hope and faith that he has upon himself that has helped him come all the way. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಏನು ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ, ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಭರವಸೆ, ನಂಬಿಕೆಗಳೇ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೀರ್ತಿಯ ಶಿಖರಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So it is this hope and the faith that he has upon himself that has helped him come all this way. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ದಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಹಾಗೂ ಭರವಸೆಗಳು ಸೊ ಅವರನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೀರ್ತಿಯ ಶಿಖರಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿದೆ. And they become world's youngest headmaster, as well as he made a remarkable changes in India, especially in the field of education. So that he has upon himself and has helped him come all this way. And so here is to Babar Ali, and we salute you for dreaming and making your dreams come true. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ರೈಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಂತಹ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರಂತಹ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಜನಗಳು ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಡ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಬರ್ ಅಲಿ ಅವರ ಏನು ಕನಸಿತ್ತು ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಅ ಗುಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪೂರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆರ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೈವ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದಿಂದ ವಂಚಿತರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಡತನದ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ದೇ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಆಫನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಉಚಿತವಾದಂತಹ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನ ಸಾಕಾರಗೊಳಿಸುವಂತದ್ದು ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಡಿಡ್ ದಟ್ ಟು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ವಿ ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ ಡ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಂತಹ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕನಸುಗಳು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ನನಸಾಗಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟರ್ ಅವರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ once again, and it is not very often that we come across someone like Babar Ali, and coming from a small village in Murshidabad, he should be commended just for the audacity of hoping. And it is this hope and the faith that he has upon himself that has helped him come all this way. And so here is to Babar Ali, and we salute you for dreaming and making your dreams come true. So this is about the lesson. Here Babar Ali was from a small village called Murshidabad of West Bengal. At the age of 9 years only, he started his very own school called Ananda Shiksha Niketan. So after so many struggles, and at the age of 16, he became the world's youngest headmaster. Babar Ali, he became world's youngest headmaster at the age of 16, and he made a remarkable changes in India, especially in the field of education. So he not only enlightened hundreds or more than hundreds of students, but also he helped Babar Ali, he not only enlightened but he inspired millions of youths of the society. So and his life, Babar Ali's life is a fine example for the proverb that where there is a will, there is a way. So dear students, this is the end of the lesson. So we move towards the next. Let us move towards the next part. Here, what they have given you in your text that is about the comprehension. The important 1-mark question. What they have given you here. So just I'm going to read the questions first. Later I'm going to explain what the answer what I have already written in the blackboard. So in the comprehension part, the first question is like this. So first one, where does Babar Ali run classes for poor children? The first question is, where does Babar Ali run classes for poor children? So the answer is like this. The first one, family's backyard. Here the writer, here the Babar Ali, where does Babar Ali runs classes for poor children? Babar Ali run classes for poor children in his family's backyard. In his family's backyard. Answer for the first question. So, and the next one, how is Babar Ali's routine considered by the writer? How is Babar Ali's routine described by the writer? Here, Babar Ali, he wakes up morning at 7 and after doing his household chores, he takes an auto rickshaw. Later, he walks 5 kilometers to the place called Kausin Bazar, Rajagovinda Sundari Vidyapet, where he was a student of 12th. So, here the answer for the second question, Babar wakes up morning at 7. After doing his household chores, then he takes an auto rickshaw first. And later, he walks 5 kilometers to the Kausin Bazar, Rajagovinda Sundari Vidyapet, where he is the class of 12th student. So, this is the answer for the second question. Okay, then third one, give a picture of Babar Ali's school. Give a picture of Babar Ali's school. And now the answer for the third question. So, it is a dilapidated concrete structure. It is a dilapidated concrete structure and covered in a half-tone posters in a tiny dank room. Also, we can call like that. So, it is a dilapidated concrete structure covered in a half-tone posters and inside a tiny dank room where he runs classes for poor children, and it is the description about his school. Babar Ali's school. And this is the answer for third question. Then the fourth question. So why is Babar Ali called fortunate soul in his village? And the fourth question, why is Babar Ali called a fortunate soul in his village? Why Babar Ali is called as fortunate soul? Because he is the first person who got a proper and formal education in his family as well as in his village. And his father, Nasiruddin Sheikh, who helped him, who helped the son's venture and with his own income. This is the reason he is called as fortunate soul in his village. Once again, why Babar Ali is called a fortunate soul in his village. So, here the answer is, he is the first person who got formal education in his family as well as in his village, and his father supported his son's venture. His father, Nasiruddin Sheikh, who helped or he had supported his son's venture, Babar Ali's venture, and with his own income. Because of this reason, he is called as fortunate soul in his village. And the next fifth one. So what according to Babar's father is a true religion? So according to Babar's father, Nasiruddin Sheikh, according to his words, education is a man's true religion. So the fifth question, what according to Babar's father is a true religion? So the answer is, education is man's true religion according to the Babar Ali's father. Okay, next sixth one. So why is sending children to school a costly affair for parents? Why is sending children to school a costly affair for the parents? So here the answer is like this. Although the children are taught for free, they still have to pay for the uniforms, books, etc. So here, according to the Babar Ali, they may be giving free education, but they also have to pay for the uniforms, books, etc. So because of that reason, so it's sending their children to school a costly affair for the parents. So once again, so here, although the children are taught for free, and they still have to pay for the uniforms, books, etc. So this is the answer for the 6th question. Okay, next one, 7th one. So Tudu Rani Hazra is dash. They have given the options. A widow, and option B, an illiterate educationalist. Then option C, a literate educationalist, and D, a fishmonger. So here the answer is option D. She may be an illiterate educationalist. She's an illiterate educationalist by proceeding, but here the answer is option D, a fishmonger. So answer for the 7th question is option D, fishmonger. So answer for the 7th question is a fishmonger. Option D for the 7th question. Then the next one, 8th one. The teaching staff of Babar Ali school is made up of. Again they have given the options here. Option A, appointed teachers. B, high school student volunteers. Then C, teachers from other schools. And option D, teachers from Ali's village. So here the 8th question is the teaching staff of Babar Ali school is made up of dash. So they have given the options. Now the answer for the 8th question is option B, high school student volunteers. The teaching staff of Babar Ali school is made up of option B, high school student volunteers. High school student volunteers. Why? Because here the Babar Ali's friends who are helping, indirectly helping this Babar Ali. So the next last question is like this. So 9th one, Babar Ali gets the children to listen by. So option A, using the rod. Option B, sparing the rod. And C, making friends with him. And making friends with them. And option D, taking advantage of an age gap. So last answer for the last question, 9th question. So Babar Ali gets the children to listen by taking advantage of an age gap. So answer for the 9th question. Babar Ali gets the children to listen by. Answer is option D, taking advantage of an age gap. Taking advantage of age gap. So taking advantage of that narrow age gap between the students and the teachers. It helped the Babar Ali's school a lot, and means it helped the overall development of Babar Ali's institution as well as his school Ananda Shiksha Niketan. So after making friends with them, taking advantage of an age gap. So the answer for the 9th question, Babar Ali gets the children to listen by. So answer D, taking advantage of age gap. So this is the answer, important 1 mark question what they have given you in your comprehension. Okay dear students, this is the end of the lesson 6th chapter Babar Ali. Okay, in the next class we shall start with the new chapter. Thank you.